run. Who to take at 101? Zero RB hero. Bill, my Titan spot still needs to be filled. Peyton, Shanahan, McVay. Coach Pete leading us astray. Handcuff sleepers, 2 QB. That's ball redraft dynasty. Go wide receiver or RB2. I just don't know what to do. Fantasy Football Island. They'll help you draft the blue chips to win the championship. Fantasy Football Island. They will make the difference with every 80s reference.
Hey, welcome into Fantasy Football Island. I'm your host, Chad Rank, on here at fanstreamsports.com. This lighting sucks. I'm still waiting for my light to get here. So it doesn't matter because I'm going to a smaller window anyways once we get the draft board up. So had technical difficulties yesterday with the computer was acting up. It was so strange. It was weird. Kept freezing on me. So we had to just abort that. So trying it today, doing an auction draft. I love auction drafts. You can go get who you want. So we're going to do it today. I've got a different site to use it on. It's Mach 1. So it worked a little bit better yesterday because doing a mock draft on Sleeper with robots, they just basically go to whatever the price is set, like what they should go to, and then the bots never go over. This one yesterday, doing one, it seemed to be where they kind of would go up a little bit. So it was more like if actual people were doing it. So we'll take it to that here now. So I haven't done a mock draft yet for anybody. Most people are getting drafts later, that kind of thing. So with an auction draft, a couple rules that we're going to set. Number one, you want to try to spend almost all your money or all your money. If you had less than $10, I'm not. If you had $5 left over, that's not a big deal. But try to spend all your money. And you want to kind of go after some big name guys. I've done mock drafts before. You just try to, not spend too much. You just kind of get an even team, and then you end up having like $30 left, and you can use that just, bidding a couple more times on a high end guy. So with this one, it's set 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and 1 flex. We're not doing defense or kickers. And then there are 6 spots. So it'll be 14 rounds. It should be pretty quick, especially with the bots on there. They go pretty quick. So let's go get this thing rolling here with the draft. So again, Mach 1 auction site. We'll see how this thing plays out here. So they always have you nominate first. It's not a big deal. One of the things that I like to do is I like to bid up guys that I'm not going to really go after. So we'll throw Nakua up there. I'll put him up for a little bit, like 15. Let's see what happens here. I know he's kind of dinged up now, but normally what I would do is I'm not gonna have a thing where, let me turn the noise off there. I'm not gonna do something where it's gonna break the bank, but I want to get guys up there that are gonna be something where other guys may bid on them, waste some of their money, and then I can get guys that I want. So that's a big strategy I like to do is drafting guy or bid a guy that I have no interest in getting. So let's see, Jamar Chase. Let's see what he's going to go for. There's a couple of receivers I wouldn't mind that's going to go up higher. I wouldn't mind having a pairing of St. Brown, AJ Brown, Jefferson, 2 of those guys. So we'll see. Like I said, a lot of these things will be bid early. I'm not big on, I don't mind Jonathan Taylor. I'm not big on him. I would rather, if I'm going to spend, like I said, he's going to go probably far less than Gibbs. Gibbs is like on this one around 67. Taylor's on 53. So a lot of these guys that in the early, like the first couple rounds through when people are bidding are going to go probably a lot higher than what is expected. So just know that going in, but don't be afraid. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a couple auction drafts to not be afraid. I'm gonna bid a little bit here so people think. I don't mind Bijan. Like Bijan and Gibbs are both guys that I don't mind doing. Let me see if I go up 10. Yeah, it's like I said, it's gonna be quick with the robots. Know your league too. Certain guys are gonna go super high. I just $70 on Bijan. I'd rather spend $70 on Gibbs, who I think is probably gonna get now. No, James Cook. This is gonna be interesting. I do like Cook a lot. So I just like a situation. He's the main guy there. Let me go up one more. Let's see what happens. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, there we go. Dude, it went up to 60. Okay. That's another trick to do in auction drafts is if you see guys are bidding back and forth and the one guy drops out, maybe throw another dollar on a guy to try to get that guy to go up a couple extra bucks. You got to be careful because you could end up with somebody you do not want or spent way more than you wanted. Javonte Williams is going to be interesting here. I'm going to play this one. Bid early. This is like the fifth or sixth person or sixth, seventh person that bid on it. I like Javonte Williams, but I'm going to go 40. Yep, Kevin wants him. All right, Kev, you can have him at 41. And then if you're not used to auction draft, it's a lot longer. This one should be pretty quick with the robots drafting because it's an automatic bid where you got guys are thinking, waiting. And if you never done an auction draft, you start bidding, and then once it kind of stops, like most of them have like either a 5 or 10-second clock once the bid is in, and then it goes like going once, going twice, and then if you put another bid in, it'll just go back to the clock again, so you're not like sniping somebody like on eBay or something. So it's a fun draft, like I said. You get a certain dollar amount. Most of them are going to be $200. Just depends on how many roster spots there are, and you're going to bid, and then you always have to have at least $1 to bid on somebody. So it'll show you, like on mine, I've got $20 to bid. My max bid is 187 because then it would leave me $13. I could bid $1 on everybody else. So it's nice on these sites that have that, so you can kind of see exactly where you are. Man, Bijan went as much. I don't mind throwing 71 on Gibbs. All right, that's not how I thought this was going to start. I get the little confetti because I get the guy. So I like the site. It's very user friendly. You can, like, if you come down here, you can put a custom bid in if you want, and it's pretty simple to use. So I like it. Like I said, last time was the first time I actually even found this. Okay, it's my turn now. Let's see what JSN goes for. I'm not on JSN this year. Really, I'd rather have other guys, but I've got Gibbs, so let's get some of these other teams out. So like you said, there's 10, should be 10 teams on here. So like I said, they don't have everybody showing those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they do have 10. So you can see everybody else's, what they have. Like Tony and Rachel and Chris on here have not spent any money yet. So that gives you a good idea too when you're doing auction bids to see, okay, that person's max is so and so, is this much. I can outbid most of the people. So that's all I always like to do is get some studs and then try to keep to where I have one of the higher end amounts to do on somebody. So it always kind of sucks when you're one of the lower guys left with a bidding amount, and then the guys can just outbid you on that. So, okay, Genty's a guy I'm in on. Come on, what's going on? It's freezing. Don't freeze. Oh, come on, computer. What is up with this? I want Genty. What are we doing here? Let's go. I wanted Genty, my computer. I tell you what, I may have to go to a different computer, just do these at the studio because this is not great. Is it showing up on? I can't even move on here. So once again, computer letting us down with that. Let me see if I can't even hit anything. This is ridiculous. I don't know what this computer's doing. Um, am I even still on here? I don't even know. Um, this sucks. This absolutely sucks. I hate it. Um, because I just want a mock draft for you people. Just want a mock draft. It's probably frozen on the YouTubes as well. I can't bid any. I can't my mouse. I can't do anything with my computer. I can't move the StreamYard. I can't do anything here. I mean, everything's work. I can move my mouse. It's just not doing anything. This is what it did yesterday. So it looks like I am frozen. All right, we're back. I do not know where we're at now. Like I said, I wanted Genty. Um, Let me see if I can pull this back up here, share this, see where we're at here. Add the stage. I just want to add the stage. So I don't know if it's going to go out again. I don't know if you guys could hear me still, but I'm resuming the draft. I don't even know what all happened. We'll resume the draft. I'm not on A-Chan. I really wanted. Oh, I did get Genty for $32. So I guess I don't know what happened. We froze, but I got Genty and Gibbs. So that makes me happy. I'm gonna wait on running back forever now. My max is 86. I'm there. Quarterback Justin Herbert's the guy I'm looking for. Even Dak. So we will see what happens. Yeah, 44 for Allen's crazy. In that almost $50. So I'm gonna tell you right now, quarterback, tight end. I'm not. I mean, Loveland's gonna be one that I may look at depending on what he goes for. Um, what do I want to do? I'm gonna throw Bowers in just because I'm not. I'm not going to go after him at tight end. I got Genty and Gibbs. Genty and Gibbs, two guys. This is an interesting one. So two guys are taking up half of my salary. And it sounds crazy that, like, why would you spend half your salary on two guys? Well, I like them both. Genty was a steal at 32. Gibbs, you get the best running back. He could be the RB1, the biggest score. So, and if you look at my max, it's still $86. So you figure with 14 guys, at least 5 to 6 of them you can just get for $1. And then, there's not going to be like, I'm going to get another big time receiver at some point. I like um, Jefferson. St. Brown went. He might. Um, so I liked him, but I don't know what he went for. Again, I'm not used to this in here. So let me see if somebody's got a little bit of money. What did Sarah have? This she get? So let's just kind of look at some of these other teams. They're not going to strike. So we can look at that at the end. We'll see what guys went for at the end. But a lot of times with these auction drafts, if you're not going after somebody, it is a little lull with that. So, it's just, you just got to kind of pay attention because it can go pretty quick. Because if you get up and go, Justin Herbert did go. I saw that. What was that? Justin. Um, all right. I like AJ Brown. Um, but we'll see here. We did not get him, so that's all right. Now I gotta look at quarterbacks at some point. I wish this thing have like it does not have a slide. There it is, a sliding thing there. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to look at now. I'll grab somebody. Mahomes usually goes pretty cheap, and a lot of quarterbacks are going now. So that's kind of my fail safe with things. Is again with these bots, this thing goes quick, so you got to really be paying attention. The freezing up was bad. I think St. Brown and Herbert went. So Williams for $9 is pretty cheap. Like I said, we're done. We'll go look at each team, kind of see what prices people went for. Again, every auction draft is going to be different, depending who's drafting, who guys like, and if you got experienced drafters, they're going to go get guys and spend a ton of money on it. I'm going to go receiver here. I'm going to go after Jefferson. We'll see what happens. Because I want one stud receiver. So we'll kind of see where this thing's going. Move down to $2. I like this where you can just hit. There we go. I thought I was going to get him. Come on, Marcus. Don't. Come on. Tony, what are you doing? All right, I think I'm going to get him here. All right. So that'll drop me down. I'll probably have I got 51 remaining. So right now I've got Gibbs, Genty, and Jefferson as my core, which I do like that. I like that core quite a bit. So that's what you're really shooting for here is you want to spend up on guys, build a core, and then you got, like you said, guys are going to get cheap later. Like you have, everyone's at least bid somebody's, but like if you look at it, I've got $61 left, and you've got a team with 20 teams. Oh man, did it lock up again? Okay, there we go. I don't mind going. I don't mind. Nah, I'm gonna hold off. Like Jake Ferguson for $6 is pretty great. We'll see. I'm not going for McBride, so I should have played that, but we'll see if like Loveland gets held off a little bit. So again, you could do whatever you want. Like I would go in. There would be certain guys that you want to target, and then just go after those guys, and then figure the rest out. But I would do some auction mock drafts just because you get a feel for how much you can spend, because sometimes if you're not used to doing these, like $71, it's like if you had $100 of your 200 wasted on two guys. I don't say wasted, but you spend on two guys, you would be freaking out probably. But you got to remember, you're going to get guys like defenses and kickers are going to go for one if you have those in your league, and you're going to get guys for $1 because you're going to have guys like like right now Dana's got a max of $14. She's got 10 players left. These kind of things. So it's not bad. Like I think fourth in amount spent or fifth. Another guy's 52. So I don't mind that at all. So now I'm looking at what other receivers I would like to get. Like I don't mind Flowers, Ibuka. I do like McConkey a lot. Garrett Wilson has been going for cheap. So there's a lot of receivers like that's kind of what I've been doing is try to get two stud running backs that I love, and then get a stud wide receiver, and then round out some receivers, and then some sneak guys. And then I'm not paying up for quarterback. I do like Herbert. I want to see what he went for. With this thing going so fast, I don't want to go to rosters and look. We'll look at that at the end. It's going to go pretty quick once people have like $1 left. It's my turn to nominate. Should I go? Let's go McConkey. Put him out for 5. We'll see where he goes. I want to get one of those Chargers tight ends. I think $20 for McConkey. I don't mind 23 for McConkey. I still got 21 left to bid. Like I said, quarterback, tight end. I think I can get Mahomes for less than 10. Colston Loveland will not. And then once you get to the point like 23, if it gets to the point where you can't bid on it, you won't be able to bid on it. But I'll grab a quarterback somewhere. Tight end, if I can't get Loveland, which I don't think I will, unless he kind of goes later on when some of these other teams don't have a lot to spend. I'll I'll grab like somebody. Tight end, I'm not too concerned about. So, and then looking at the other receiver spot, I think I would like to get Garrett Wilson. He's so good. I know that team's not great. But you still got like Mike Evans, you got Christian Watson, DJ Moore, people like Parker Washington. I'm not as high on him. Um, Godwin, I mean, Godwin's kind of a steal. So, and even Olave could just get 10 to 12 targets a game with Jordan Tyson out. I like Jalen Waddle. Kraft, I don't mind Kraft. I think there's a lot of mouths to feed always, but he was a stud last year when he was healthy. As a Bears fan, I just cannot draft Packers a lot. So, hey, comment, like the video. If you have not liked the video, like it. If you have not subscribed to FanStream Sports YouTube, do that as well. It helps the algorithm. Comment in there if you've done a mock draft. What kind of strategy you like? Do you like to spend a lot of your money on 2 or 3 guys, or do you like to build kind of an even team and kind of just have a limit of, hey, I don't want to spend this much? I did one a couple years ago for somebody for if you can't make your draft. If you see down there, we'll pull it up later on fantasy draft proxies. If you cannot make your draft, or you just want someone else to help, someone like an expert that does a lot of drafts, myself, the co-host on the Fantasy Football Island, does it well. We can draft for you through fantasy draft proxies. You go there, give us all your information for your draft, for your league, and we draft for you. It's a great tool if you can't make your draft, or if you just, hey, my drafts always suck. What I want to do, go through that. But with the draft, it's, you just have to just be vigilant on it. And then, target your guys. Like, I've got to watch my money a little bit, not too much. And then, so go here. So I don't know if I want to go Wilson next. Let me see. I'm gonna look at what tight ends are there. I think Fan is going to go for a lot more, so I'm just going to nominate him for 1. I'm not big on Fan, and if he's like sitting there at less than 10, I may put a bid on it. But hoping other people get tight ends, and then Colston Loveland will kind of slide. I could probably get Dalton Kincaid, who I kind of like Dalton Kincaid in that system. Mark Andrews, I mean, he's a little bit older, but he has no one there. Competition, I like Likely. Brenton Strange. Dalton Schultz is an interesting one. Dalton Schultz, if you look at his numbers, Houston should be a little bit better. That defense is great. They don't have great. I will be doing your profiles from now. That's the thing with this show, Fantasy Football Island. I think Loveland's going to go way more. I'll go one more higher. You know what? Let's have some fun here. Yeah, I think I can't. I don't want to not like end up with just a crap quarterback. That would have been 25. I think $4 would have been my max at that point. So we'll hold off. I just thought I could get him kind of cheaper. So, but I'll be doing mock drafts, auction draft, 2 QB drafts, certain positions. I think we did a 0 RB. I may do a hero RB. So we'll be doing that. I'll be doing player profiles. And then Jeff and I will be on a couple times a week, just covering different things with draft, different player positions. We'll do our bold predictions later on because we're just about 3 weeks away from the NFL season starting, which is exciting for me. I love fantasy football. I've been playing fantasy football since the mid to late 80s. It's a great time. So with the mock draft, as you see, it's a grind. What is going on? Am I still on? Like, I don't know what's like. Why did it go out? There we go. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I'm gonna have to get a different computer to start doing this. This thing's acting up, and I just can't. Like these late ones, I'm not driving, 25 minutes to the studio, 25 minutes back on that. So Zay Flowers is interesting. I'm not big on Zay Flowers, but I do like his his role this year, his potential. I think this Ravens coaching staff is probably going to look to throw the ball more and probably move him around different areas. So I do like Flowers this year. So Ted McMillan's one I'm not. I don't know. I don't know about that Panthers offense. I like the talent. I like him in dynasties, that kind of stuff. If you have a good spot for keepers, that kind of thing. So, all right, all right. Let me pull up. I'm not nominating George Kittle for $10. Give me let me go Garrett Wilson and we'll see. I'm just going to try to grab him. If not, like I said, I've got other guys that I like too. I just think he could go for relatively cheap. He's not really. I'll put one more dollar in. See, okay. So you do a little bid like that, it costs that guy a couple extra dollars. So, looking at it, all right, we're in pretty good shape. There is only one team that has more money than us. So, and they have 8 players. They have 9 players now. So we're still in good shape. Michelle Tootin. This is a spot to be in too. Once you get to this spot where you could have significantly more money than everybody else, you can start kind of bullying to get your players. So I kind of like that position, just kind of round out the rest of your team because you can get some pretty good values like David Montgomery. I don't mind him. I think he's going to go higher than I want because there's other guys that are similar to Montgomery that I do like that I'll probably just hold off on with that. So, yeah, Gainwell, I'm not sure about Gainwell. I think he, it's going to be, I'll put a buck on me, dude. It's $6 for Gainwell, $7. I don't mind it, but I'm still not sold that he's going to get a lot of workload unless there's an injury to Irving, and you still have Tucker there too. So there's a lot of stuff to think about with these backups. I tell you a backup that I'm really kind of liking. There's a couple. I don't mind Tyrone Tracy. I think Scatterboo does not make a full season. And then I like Jonah Coleman for the Broncos with Harvey's fine. Like Harvey is good in the passing game and stuff, but dude, are you gonna tell me like Bucky Irvin like for $10? Like that's kind of a steal. I don't mind doing that. I was not planning on Bucky, but that's fine with me. So, but you have I can't think of his. I'm gonna pull him up. You have Harvey, and then you have the starter there in Denver, which I can't think of his name right now. But like he's hurt as always. And so I tell you, a sneaky guy, if you're doing in redraft and any kind of draft, get Tyler Algier late with Love kind of being nicked up. Connor's not ready yet. I don't mind that play at all. Let me throw Dalton Kincaid in for $1. I don't think a bunch of people are big on Kincaid. So, that Bills offense should still be good. Give me a $4 tight end. I'll take that. So we still have $17 left. We have 8 players. So we still need a quarterback. So that might be something to look at. Receivers, I'm not worried about receivers. If you look at what the receivers are still there, I got it. Mahomes is up. So I'm going to, there we go. I was going to say better. I don't mind if I get Mahomes for $6 is crazy. So I got Bucky Irvin and Pat Mahomes for $16 combined. So this is why you can get some steals late because again, we still have the most money available at $18. So a lot of people you can get some big time steals here to round your team out. That's why I like go big early on with like a core of 3. And Jefferson for 36 and Genty for 32 were kind of steals. I really only and again I've only spent more than $40 on one guy, and that was Gibbs. So I like this. There's a ton of receivers left. I should be able to get good quality receivers. I'll probably get with Kincaid. I'll probably try to get Likely. I really do like Likely a lot. let's see what running backs are still left. Like Corum's another guy. I may just try to load up on guys like Corum, Steven. It was Dobbins who I was thinking of. I was like, he's the Ohio State guy. Jadarian Price is still there. I nominate Price for $1. I'm sure he's going to go up, but if he's less than 5, I don't mind taking a chance on him. I mean, like, look, it's crazy. Um, the receiver, I do need another receiver though, is what I need to do. But there's tons, man. Because there's a guy like I'm going to go down. Godwin, I like. I don't want to. I don't know if I want to load up on 2 Chargers. Jaden, like you got the. Like, I know I don't like drafting Packers, but I want to win, so I might take a chance on Reed, Golden, Tate still there. So I thought my computer was freezing up again. So you've got not big with Diggs. Like Adams is going for $3 here. I like Wandell Robinson. Xavier Worthy's a guy too. If I get Holmes, I usually try to pair him with Worthy. I have always, since I've been drafting for fantasy football, I've liked to have that quarterback receiver combination, or even a quarterback tight end if it's like a Loveland Bowers McBride type thing. So, like I said, it hasn't been too bad. We haven't even been like this is usually mock drafts can take a long time if you've got 10 or 12. I just did a 10 team because 12 team would be, I think, just too brutal. But with the bots doing it, you usually have a little bit longer. You usually get like 10 seconds in between it, and then you start getting like 3 seconds there. So I'm just gonna go with Worthy because we should be able to just outbid everybody on this because there's only I think 2 people that have more than $1. Yeah, so I mean, like it's yeah, everyone can bid $1 except Jenny can bid 2. I can still bid 7. So this is a position you want to be in, where you can just outbid. I'm going to go Colm because I can outbid everybody right now. So I like that he's on a good team. Like I said, I can still just I'm not going to bid anybody. So we've got 1, 2, 3, we got 4 spots left. I have $5, so the most I can bet is 2. One other person can bet $2 on somebody. And then you get to the point here where a lot of times people aren't going to want to bid more than $2 like that, so I can probably get Wandell Robinson for 2. See Merritt at 1. That's a pretty good value there. I'm just going to probably, because you're going to get the point here at the end where Dart for $1. That's a steal. So like I said, that's why I don't go for quarterbacks early. You still got if you look at the quarterbacks that are still left, Stafford's there. Who else is up here? I saw a couple other decent guys. Nix, Love, Goff, Kyler Murray, those kind of things. So you got that. I'm going, what was I looking at here? Let's throw Godwin in for $1. Yeah, I mean, so pretty much now at the point you're going to get everything. I can still bid $5 as my max on somebody, so I can just outbid everybody on things. I do like Stevens. I just think that's going to be a timeshare overall on that. I'm not going to take a chance on Dobbins. He always gets hurt. I like that Coleman guy is pretty good. So I got 3 spots left. So I want to think. And normally, like on a mock, I'm not going to get another quarterback. I'll figure that out on Mahomes' bye. I wouldn't mind doing another tight end. I'll probably get likely still there, or Dalton Schultz, and just I'm not too concerned about that because Kincaid has been kind of injury prone at times. So receiver wise, I mean I can get Marvin Harrison for $1, which could be kind of a sneaky steal. I think I'm going to go. How many do I have? I have 4 running backs, so I'm going to go running back, receiver, and then I'll wait and see. I won't go tight end just for this. Marvin Harrison's there. For $1, there you go. Why not? I've got so much more money than everybody else. You might take a chance on Marvin Harrison. It's my turn to bid. Let me just get another wide receiver here. Wanda. I like the Wandell Robinson, so put him there. $1, I got to hit nominate to put him up there. What's going on? Oh, I got him. Why is it? No, I'm on a different. Um, what did I do? Mach 1, supersonic. Where's the? Why can't I see what's going on there? Um, that's weird. I must have hit something that it's in a different mode. Oh, I must hit my roster. I don't want my roster. Why can't I do that? Oh well, we're almost at the end anyways, so I can't. I don't know where the nominating. Where like, did I hit the? Did I get out of the mock draft? Rosters, close and resume. Why am I in this? This is the weird. I must have hit something, and I don't know where it's at. So, but you get the gist of it. If we go to my roster right now, um, yeah, I got one guy left. I got Wandell. I got one guy left. We're gonna just X out of this, come back to here, go full screen. It's my turn. I guess we can do one more. If it lets me pull up a guy, I don't know where, like, what's happening here, where I can't. So let's go back to full screen. That doesn't matter. I'll leave there. I got to go back to here, come back here. So that's what it like a mock draft, auction draft. That's what you're looking at. Don't be afraid to spend up for a couple guys. Like I was able to get any of those guys late, so that's my way I like to do it. You have a list. There's usually probably 5 to 6 guys that I really want to get. I really wasn't going to be on Gibbs, but I just bid up 71, wasn't too bad. But you see that I got Gibbs, I got Genty for pretty cheap, Jefferson pretty cheap, and then I was able to round out the rest of that roster pretty well. I would have probably that last one. I'd probably thrown up Jonah Coleman. I would have needed a running back at some point, but do if you're doing auction, like I love auction drafts because you can get who you want. If you're doing a dynasty startup, I would highly recommend if you do a dynasty startup, you do an auction. So that way, if you got guys that are going to commit to a dynasty league, then they go grab who they want at the beginning and they can do it. We'll have another auction one later on. I know I'll be the next one. I think we're going to do is do a 2 QB one because I help a guy out that is a 2 QB league. I probably do two QB ones. One, how it looks if you go QB early. One, if you wait a little bit, which we did last year in that one. We ended up 12-2, got a bye week the first week. And that week that we were on bye, we had Trevor Lawrence, Bo Nix, and they combined for 90 points on our bye week. And then I think they combined for 40 in the semifinals, and we lost. So it sucked, but that's just the way fantasy football works. So again, I appreciate you checking us out. Come check us out every day. I'll have some sort of video on a draft, player profile. Jeff and I will be talking some fantasy stuff as well. So we'll have a content on fantasy football every day from here until the season starts. We have other shows. I have March Chadness once a week, talk sports with my brother and my buddy Drew. And then we have a bracket of random things. We just had a Beatles song bracket last week. You can go check that out here at fanstreamsports.com, Fanstream Sports Ohio, Dallas, wherever you're watching. Appreciate all you. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Get the notices. We have great Ohio State content here. Tim May just recorded a show today. I believe it's out or it's going to be out here tomorrow. So if you're a Buckeye fan, check that out. College football. We have it all here. So again, thank you so much for checking out the show. Come back tomorrow where we'll have a 2 QB draft. Take care, and we'll see you then.